Hello, and welcome back to our Curse Plays Escape from Tarkov single-player mod. So, let's go to our character. I did a couple of things between last session and this one. First off, about 8 minutes after we ended the session last time, fence rolled over. We got ourselves a Carcano stock for the Mosin, and we're also able to get this tri-rail and EOTech, and then from one of our vendors I bought a laser. That ought to actually really help with being able to... I actually don't need that on there anymore. That ought to really help with being able to acquire targets with it faster. The Carcano stock actually has a lot less recoil, has a lot more recoil reduction. The ergonomics is just better. It weighs less. I mean, in real life, it really does weigh less. One of my friends had a Carcano stock on his Mosin, and another one of my friends would, would say that that's very much sporterizing the Mosin, but you know what? It is a weapon that really kicks. Alright, also, he was selling these hunter matches, which means we can go to the hideout, and we finally have something that we can upgrade in the hideout. It just has to load. Alright. Heating's gonna go up. So, this will take 2 hours, but our energy regeneration rate is definitely gonna go up. A simple barrel with firewood to maintain heat. Very basic option for heating. Dangerous because of carbon monoxide. So, here's what it'll upgrade to. A potbelly stove is a metal stove for interior heating, popular in the first half of the 20th century. An irreplaceable thing in the hideout, especially when connected to the ventilation system for the output of combustion products. So, we'll finally have that going for us. I also did some work with some of our rifles here. As you can see, I have basically blacked them out. We were able to get a new pretty cool front end here, as well as this laser light combo here. So, looking forward to using that. Of course, I did it to our VPO 209 as well. Right. So, when last we left off, I believe we were going to just do another run at factory, but I think we're doing okay insofar as it goes with money. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put you away. We're going to put you in here too. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to pull out some stops. Actually, want to keep that. Unload. That over here, we're going to need some more of these mags. Prapper, you're my man. We'll go 3 more. So that'll hold 120 rounds of... Which is better here? 7 and 6. Yep. This is kind of the one we want. And then we are going to want 5 tracers per. So we're going to need 20 of those and 100 of these. Let's get this out of our inventory. We'll get these extra 3 rounds out as well. Okay. So So this is going to load the tracers at the bottom of the mags. So now, when our mags are close to empty, they should let us know by having some tracers come out of there. Okay. We're looking okay on medical. Okay on our backpack. Right, so what I've decided we're going to do is we're going to go up into our tasks. We didn't pick it up from Therapist. Yeah, Operation Aquarius. Nice to meet you, young man. I have a well-paying job for you. Since you are already aware of the problems with the drinking water in this region and the origin of these problems, I know that I can entrust you with the following information. We found out what the source of contamination is, and we know how to stop it. We need a little bit more time, but we will get it done. Qualified engineers are already on it, but until then we will have to live on the remaining reserves, which are very scarce indeed. However, to my knowledge, some people manage to make hay and stock up on clean water before the contamination. These people are part of the gang which inhabits the dorms next to the factory. Several people saw them carrying large plastic barrels full of clean water to the location, but I can't blame them for surviving any way they can. We need that water more than they do. Besides, the contamination issue will be solved very soon, so they won't be needing that water anyway. Acquiring this water will save many lives, so get out there and find where they store that water. We will all be indebted to you. So this is on customs. And what's painkiller? There's more work if you're interested. I think you have already understood that I support the civilians remaining in shelters who unfortunately didn't have the time to get out of the perimeter. In fact, all your fights are just a means of achieving the goal for me. And the goal is to help innocent people to survive until the possible end of this nightmare, or until the evacuation. You strike me as a more or less normal person, not an utterly devoted monster, yet, like most of your peers who come to me. Therefore, I shall ask you, I need morphine. Not just for sale to drug addicts. I'm a doctor, after all, young man, and I gave the oath. Many civilians are injured because of your constant firefights, stray bullets, grenade fragments, and there are women, and the elderly, and the children. They are not combat-hardened thugs. They cannot and should not endure such pain, biting on the rifle sling. I know that USEC used to carry supplies of single-use syringes in their SUVs. Get me at least several of these. Oh, find morphine injectors in raid. But she'll give me the disposable syringes I need. So, alright, we're going to do Operation Aquarius, which is on customs. I've got a pretty good idea of where this is. We're going to go ready. Our own food supply is dwindling a little bit. But before we go ahead and go, let's make sure I've got this right. Okay. I'm just checking to make sure I need a key. Okay, so I need the dorm room 206 key. I might have that. Two-story dorms. So it's on the smaller building, not the L-shaped one. And it looks like it's third from the last on the far one. So let's see if we've got that key. No. Okay, so we're not doing Operation Aquarius because we don't have dorm room 206. And it's probably a random drop. Okay. Alright then, what we'll do is we're going to go to woods. Just let me get out the map. We're going to not necessarily, gonna do shootout picnic, but we will kill scavs on the way. What we are gonna do is BP depot search mission. We'll go ahead and get this one done. So actually, fence had something too. Now that I think about it. Okay. Let me get out a woods map. Okay. Alright, so I've got the map up. Yeah, we're going to need food and water. We will go ahead and take the AK for this. Going to woods at midday. Difficulty easy. This becoming one good looking AK right here. What I really just wish I could get like a folding stock or something for it. So, keeping my arms healed is going to be a problem. It seems like something that they fixed, at least for Fence, is Fence doesn't seem to sell any of the alpha containers anymore. The alpha containers being the container that if you die, you at least need to keep the stuff that's in there. Otherwise, I'd be having a better go of it, because I would buy a better alpha container. Okay, so I know exactly where I am. Which couldn't be further from where I need to go. Factory gate, outskirts, bridge. Alright, so I'm going to have to make a giant U across here. Alright, so let's get going. Alright. Okay, so it's going to be very hard just to... And that's not a very bright or useful laser, all things considered. So what I'm thinking... Are these the rocks I hate? They might be. What I'm thinking is I'm going to cut across the rocks. These aren't necessarily them. Man, every time I see that thing, I get the willies. Because we do want to stay clear of that. Alright, I have to start looking in other directions now. Because what I'm going to do is once I get past this danger area and get near the logging camp, I'm going to cut across on the shore, and then I'm going to follow the road out to where I need to go, and then double back. Right. And where we're going, there actually is going to be plenty of loot, so I'm not really worried about looting on the way. So once I get on the other side of these trees, it's just skip straight north. I just needed to bypass to get on this side of the logging camp. I don't want to hang around this too much. This is a danger zone. Right here. Morphine. Just to see what, but I'll take it. It's just an AK-74U. It's not worth sticking our neck out for here. So if we continue out in this direction, we should come across a road. And once we hit that road, we can follow it to our objective. Okay, armor and everything took no hits. So our armor is going to maintain its ballistic integrity. Here's the road. Yeah. So we should just be able to follow this road north. And it will lead us directly to our objective. And then what we're going to do is, after we loot that, we're going to double back and go back to... We're going to go to extract beyond the scav. Beyond the scav house. Right, yeah, this is where we want to be. These little lakes. Yeah. Right, so first we're going to visit where the convoy was. And then we're going to go up because that'll loop us back around. So that completes that. Hey, we can finally sell gas analyzers now. That's wonderful. Alright. So obviously this tree was felled to slow down the convoy so it could get hit. The observation point is actually up there, and that's where we're going. I wouldn't call it a perfect ambush point, but it's all right. It's pretty good. There it is. Alright, went up on the wrong hill. So, this is the USEC camp. In this mod, I almost never see the AI here, so... Ooh. Good find, good find. Carry handle. Those are bullets, we're not picking those up. Ration supply crate. Ah, an Iskra lunchbox. You know what? We're gonna leave the crackers in that. Oh, that's fuel. See, we're filling up pretty quick. Really, we need... Oh, we can't even take that. We will take this filter, though. I mean, we did find a weapon, so... We didn't really have to do a ton. No, we're not going to take those. Or that. Helmet. Boonie hat. No. Alright. So now we're going to make our way to the other part of the camp. Oh, come on, get up there. Alright, fine. If you're gonna be that way. Medical supply crate. Come on. Morphine. Morphine. You're more important than bandage. Milk. Nope. I could swear there's another medical crate behind one of these. I guess we don't have to get up there to loot this. No, no. No. No, come on. I believe if we go in here, that'll complete our quest. SVDS dust cover. Alright, where did I not go? So what am I missing? Another Iskra. Nope, those are nuts. I need bolts. 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 Come on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use our MRE in our water. let's check our tasks. Okay, so, alright, all we have to do is survive and exit now. So, we've gotten everything we need. Let's check the map. So now we can just go south onto the road. So we're a lot heavier. We picked up an M4. That's good. We seem to get a lot of... Oh, it's a weapon that gets a lot of love from me. There's a hidden stash up here somewhere. Alright, so the big the one that's going to suck the most here is that we're going to have to pass by the scav house. Because I'm not a huge fan of the scav house. Unless, of course, it comes to killing scavs, which I hope that was. In fact, we can check that. That was indeed a scav. If we complete this mission, the scav mission here for Prepper, that'll actually be awesome. This laser is leaving a little to be desired. I've used other lasers that I very much prefer. Hey, this is where I got my 200-meter kill from. Have to make sure that it's safe to cross here. Because whereas the fog obscures the vision of the player, I've heard from a lot of people that it does not obscure the vision of the AI, and that is terrifying. If I can engage AI at the scav house from my usual haunt down here, you know, I'll get a couple of extra kills. Of course, right now this tempting fate. Where there's one, there's usually more. I'm gonna at least clear the building. 9x19 suppressor. We just had a little cater, an AK-74. That won't fit with my helmet. I do have some open inventory space, though. That stuff's not really needed. Although I am running low on food. Come on, stop! Where? Sorry, I got to abandon the skull. A fucking grenade. Just can't get a W. And the morphine now doesn't count. Alright. Well, thank you for watching. This is Sarkis, signing off.